So before we start, I was asked by the organizer of this event not to use this session for selling. Well, for someone like me, it's almost like expecting a dog not to bark when it sees a cat. Okay, so I mean, I try to do my best and to behave, but I mean, please. So I would like to start with kind of a quick intro and background. So again, my name is Yariv Mendelson. I'm with LogMeIn for the last 2 years doing business development around Bolt 360. The AI technology behind Bolt 360 is actually developed by an Israeli startup called Nanorep that LMI acquired 2 years ago. I was lucky, together with Michal, by the way, to be one of the team leaders of this startup. Now, the AI and the entire technology stack behind it, okay, which is you know, the NLP, the NLU, the machine learning, has been introduced to the market more than 10 years ago, which means that, I mean, we are not a new kid in the AI block. On the contrary, I think when it's come to AI, in the customer experience, customer engagement, I would say we are quite pioneers in this area. So let's begin. There is no question there is huge hype around AI today, okay? Plenty of hype, but I mean, same time, okay, a lot of confusion. How should we start? Where should we start? How should we deploy that? And a lot of questions, okay? I hope that by the end of this session, I mean, those questions or challenges will be a bit clearer and understood. So we're going to cover 3 areas during our time here. First is why companies are or should be implementing AI technologies across their customer journey. Second, the best way to approach AI through real-world examples. And lastly, and perhaps most importantly, is what type of ROI or outcome you should expect. So I believe that most of you, okay, agree that, I mean, the world of customer engagement and experience is more complex than it has ever been, with the highest level of expectations. Customers have more power than ever, much easier to switch brand, okay, very low cost. Customer and employee demographics are driving an accelerated adoption of digital engagement, adopting new channels and at an ever fast pace. Customers also expect immediate results and no longer willing to wait for hours for response, or definitely not hold waiting on the line to speak with someone. But above all, I think customers today want us to make it easy for them, value what they value, know them, and respect the time. So let's explore each of these challenges in more details. In 2010, Forrester coined the term age of customer. The customer is a king, and customers expect high value, immediate response. The present, this presents really a great opportunity on one hand, for brands to differentiate themselves. But on the other hand, I mean, customers do not really care about the challenge that, I mean, the organization, the brands are facing against. And it is a challenge. Customers no longer just compare brand to their direct competition, but rather to the best customer experience brand. Everyone wants the speed of convenience that we receive with Amazon. So moving over to the next pillar, which is the digital engagement, there is proliferation of channels. Okay, I mean, a few years ago, we all thought that engaging customer on desktop or on different mobile platform is a challenge. Then we are just seeing the beginning of the messaging revolution as far as customer support. Sending your business a short message is a lower friction to customer compared to picking up a phone, and of course it's I mean, if you take the millennia, okay, I mean, with WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, this is the preferred, by far the preferred way to interact with the brand. But this, I mean, higher volume would be an overload to traditionally manage contact center with human assistant. So there definitely a need for a change. Finally, customers have been trained to expect immediate outcome. Okay, no longer do we wait for an answer or spend a lot of time seeking out information. And this came from mainly for a company like Google that actually have trained us, okay, to expect instant results. And technology like Amazon Alexa is even took it to the next level, okay, that we don't even need to pick a device, okay, we just can shout out our question and Alexa will respond. So, I think we have seen the age of the customer that is driving the need for AI. Okay, so we can deliver consistent, immediate, and personalized experience across all channels at a scale. But we have been hearing about AI for some time. This is not a new topic. I don't know if you know, but you can see the quote from Marvin Minsky. So in fact, prediction of AI taking over our work have been happening since the early days of the technology. And you can see that, I mean, we are over 30 years now beyond the prediction date of Marvin Minsky, and we still are uncertain of the impact and the value of AI. So why now? First, because recent advancement in cloud computing and hardware improvement mean that AI is closer than ever before to completely change every business workflows. As an example, look at the accuracy of voice recognition. It is not a new technology, but it has been inching toward the 95% accuracy range, which is considered to be the human threshold. In other words, Alexa can comprehend us, okay, or you, as well as an average human. With all this new advancement, AI is on the precipice on disrupting business workflow, like how the internet did in the mid-late 90s. And one of the first workflows is going to definitely be customer experience due to its textual and repetitive nature. So we at LogMeIn, okay, we commissioned an independent market firm, research done by firm Benson Bowen to undertake a global research project of 850 respondents. The research, as you can see, show that almost 90% of companies are actively investing or planning to invest in AI to improve their customer experience. And companies are already, in general, believing that AI is changing customer experience for the better. So even in these early days, there is a lot of optimism, both from companies and consumers. So I think the case is made for that now is the time. I don't know if the right time, but definitely a time, okay, to start invest in AI. But how companies are doing that? Okay, so I would like to walk you through a few real-world examples. And the first one, it's a bank in India, ICICI Bank. And I want to share with you a few details about the work they have done with our solution, Bolt 360 AI. They are a leading bank in India, which is a very competitive market for banking, high volume, demanding customers with low switching costs and pressure to deliver a lower cost of service. I was in India, I mean, focusing on India in the last, not last year, but I mean 3 years, okay, to try to build the market. And in India, and I think that today even here, in my experience, it's mobile first, okay, and it's so easy, and this is what customers are looking for. So many companies think of AI as only a chatbot, but it isn't the case, okay? AI can be leveraged across a variety of use cases. In this case, The bank started with an AI-powered dynamic search bar, okay, I don't know if you can see, but on the right, upper right side, which captured key insights and prioritized content to deliver a better self-service experience. The bank then improved the experience by making it personalized. So moving beyond generic content, the experience was now tailored to individuals. This allowed, of course, for more use cases to be addressed and delivered in a higher quality self-service experience. ICICI then shifted the experience to a chatbot, leveraging the same AI backend, okay, and the same AI investment with Bolt 360, and also embedded it into the mobile apps. So this allowed them now to open up new use cases and also deliver a better experience on mobile and in their app. They could now handle more complex customer requests through a conversational experience. Finally, they enabled the bot to handle transactions. I want to transfer money, I want to deposit money, I want all kinds of things, okay, that the bot can handle. So even more of the burden was removed from the live agent, with the bot taking over more and more highly repetitive but lower value activities. This is really key because by the end of the day, I mean, the agent are much costly than a bot, of course. And you want the agent to focus on the high value queries, not on just simple and repetitive questions. So this journey that ICC had taken, okay, is common, and we see that across, I think, most of our customers, starting with simple but frequent use cases, and then scaling the capability across and into more complex workflow. I always say that, I mean, you're trying not to bite more than you can chew, or the other way around. No, I think it's don't try to bite more than you can chew, right? That's the... Another example I want to share with you is Thomas Cook. Journey also, they started, we did with Thomas Cook, also started with a dynamic search bar and then expanded to a chatbot and social messaging channels like Facebook Messenger. They are managing the complexity of travel and working to get immediate answer to their customer, plus engage new potential customer across channels. However, AI is not just valuable for inbound customer service, but also for customer acquisition. I don't know if you ever thought about it. In this example, Edible Arrangement is a fresh food delivery service. I think you have here Uber Eats or yeah, I mean, so the bot here, the AI is they're using AI as the initial interaction with a potential and existing customers. So the bot provides immediate answer about delivery options, timing, and nutritional information. However, and this is an engaging strategy that Edible Arrangement took, for higher value interactions or to complete complex order, a live agent can be seamlessly pulled into the conversation to support high value conversation. This is exactly where when and where we want the agent. So it is all one seamless conversation to the customer. So the customer, I mean, it's completely seamless, transparent. Another example, different than the previous one, AI by RBS. So AI is not just valuable for customer-facing use cases. It's also impactful, okay, for employee-facing use cases to help them deliver a better and consistent customer experience. In this case, RBS, the Royal Bank of Scotland, create an internal resource based on Bolt 360 for 30,000 customer-facing representatives across both web and mobile to get immediate answer to complex customer queries. As RBS employees are out in branches, in the field or away from the desk, they can get consistent and personalized information to help them be more productive and efficient on their day-to-day job. Another whole completely set of use cases, okay, it's around internal IT-related questions. This is huge saving. For IT guys, for IT team here, I mean, I'm sure you know, aware of the cost of ticket, and it's really vary from few dollars, okay, up to few tens dollars. So if I can use a bot to also to help my employees, okay, to self-serve themselves around, again, it's always the 80-20 rule, okay, and around the 80 most common frequent asked question, like I need to reset my password, how do I set my printer, things like that, and troubleshooting, it's enormous benefit for the organization. Lastly, and Michal mentioned that, we believe in harmony. Harmony between the bot and the agent. And even so, the bot might be able to answer all customer queries. There are situations and use cases that you don't want the bot to answer or take this call, right? I mean, if I'm customer of a bank and I said I want to close my account, I don't think the bank wants the bot to make my life easy, okay? You want immediately to involve a human agent to try to persuade me, understand why I want a ban, but definitely not the bot to handle that. So we believe in this harmony, and you have the tool, okay? We provide the tool to define the rules when, in which situation, which use cases you want that now it's a time to hand the conversation. Again, it's seamlessly for the end customer to a human agent. So and also, instead of, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the agent in contact center, but instead of working with traditional scripts, okay, we have a smart advisor. Again, Michal mentioned that, I think. And the smart advisor can pull the right answer for the agent automatically. And we all know that, I mean, whoever, I mean, work in contact center, usually the turnover, it's quite high. Onboarding takes time, and there is a lot of hustle and cost involved. So with AI, actually, they don't need to, the onboarding is like this, okay? And immediately they can provide response because the bot or the AI provide them the right answer, and they just simply can push it to the customer. So it leads to common responses to speed up the agent interaction and serve more customer effectively. But furthermore, the bot is now learning from both customer interactions and now agent interactions, all feeding data to create better customer experience and consistent results. So we have seen the need for AI, how companies are taking advantage of this technology, but I think the most important question is, okay, what results we can expect, okay? And this is all about, if you ask me. So again, let me explore what impact some of our customers are seeing by implementing AI. And Michal mentioned, but I would like to get one level down, explain this. So first, it's important that understand the power of AI is that it improves the customer experience and delivery in a variety of ways. Okay? It can improve customer satisfaction and cost of delivery and employee productivity and conversion. Okay? It is a multiplier for organization. So we have 3 examples here of many hundreds of companies that are seeing value in AI. Chegg, it's an education service in the US, saw an improvement by providing more consistent experience and immediate answer to their clients. Vodafone, giant telco, they been able to reduce the volume going to the contact center, shifting repetitive and lower value interaction to self-service. Huge deflection. By the way, the idea, okay, is not the idea, the notion, okay, because indirectly it's also free up a lot of agent time so they can focus on a more high value task, okay, instead of just, I mean, low value, I mean, okay, where is the branch, what hours, things like that. They can really focus on a much, much higher value queries. And then Mint, again, shifted volume from a high-cost channel like phone calls to a low-cost channel like self-service. The important point here, okay, is to, when you think about deployment or adopting AI, is really to understand your use case and business challenge, okay? Is it cost management, faster and more consistent results, higher conversion, and then start with a focused effort to address first that challenge and then repeat across challenge and use cases. So, as we have seen, there is an opportunity with AI today and definitely a business need, and we see it a lot in the market. Now, we believe is the time to invest in AI to deliver a better customer experience and at a lower overall cost of delivery. Our team at Bolt 360 has working literally with so many companies and industry and use cases to really dramatically improve the customer experience with AI. And we welcome helping you in this journey and expect you to see similar results. Thank you very much.